Hello you guys, welcome back to the vlog. Good morning. I'm currently on the way to a nail appointment, and let me just say this is going to be an overall really fun week, and that is doing a little fall reset for the upcoming season. As soon as it is September 1st, I just start feeling all of the fall energy around me. Since I would say equally with summer, it is my favorite season. You guys saw at the beginning of this video, I got a haircut. That was much needed because my hair, especially at the ends, like I would say this much, felt so dry, and now it is just so much more fresh. Even whenever I curled it or tried to style it, it would fall out so quickly because my hair overall just felt so heavy. So just getting some nice layers and a couple of inches off has literally made all of the difference. But anyways, I need to get going to my appointment. These are my current nails. I just have this set on, which I really loved. It is like this baby pink color, but I'm thinking today we'll get something a little bit more fall inspired because this next set I'm gonna have on for the first few weeks of September. So I have a few inspo photos, but I usually decide in the moment. But yeah, let's get going to my appointment. I am on the way to my workout bright and early this morning. I've told myself so many times that once we're in September, that is when I'm really going to focus in on my routine and habits. I was in a really good routine with my habits this past spring, and then I went to Europe for 3 weeks. So there I was obviously just enjoying my travels, and then summer, I've just had so many different plans and I've just let myself relax a little bit, which has been really nice because I think we all need seasons like that. But now that fall is just around the corner, that is one of my biggest goals. So that is what we're doing today. This past Friday, I had a Pilates class, and now it's Monday, and I'm starting my week off with the spin class. I actually wanted to let you guys know something super exciting. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you guys know for the past 2 years or so, I've been using ClassPass completely naturally. I've loved it so much. And starting this month, I'm actually working with them, which is so insane because that is where I booked all of my workout classes. It is basically a subscription where you can book workout classes at so many different studios in your area rather than just having a subscription at one specific studio, which is what I love because as you guys just heard, I had a Pilates class on Friday. Now I'm taking a spin class, but if I had just a subscription at one of those studios, then I would probably only go to that studio and only do the same workouts. You guys can look at my link down below. ClassPass is currently offering a 1-month free subscription for new users. So if you've ever thought about using ClassPass, then this is the best time to sign up because they never do this. And to get the 1-month free subscription, you can click the link in my description. You can find it there. Yeah, it's like the best time. So if you're also wanting to get into routine this September, it can last you the full month and you can try so many different workout studios in your area. This is your sign. ClassPass is amazing. You guys know how much I've loved it for so long, so this just feels so natural. But yeah, I am headed to Spin Co, which is my favorite spin studio, and I'm really excited because I haven't done a spin class in a few months. I'm a little bit nervous, but I always love the way that they make me feel, so I know it's exactly what I need to kind of kickstart my routine again. Just got ready for the day because I have an appointment and some plans. There is currently a heat wave going on in Vancouver. It has been so hot every single day, and I think it's going to continue on even through the first week of September. So I am definitely trying to enjoy summer for as long as possible before the seasons change. But today I'm going down to Kitsilano. I have a really exciting appointment at Mine and Yours, which is a luxury consignment shop. It is one of my favorite shops to visit in Vancouver. You guys will see, I actually haven't visited this location in Kitsilano yet, so I'm excited about that. But I usually go down to the one in Yaletown, and it is just beautiful. You guys will see what it looks like. But I have a really exciting appointment because I'm doing a pull, which basically means almost like borrowing a few pieces to shoot content for them, which is so much fun. Honestly, it's a dream because again, it's a luxury consignment shop, so there's tons of vintage like Chanel, Prada, basically any designer brand that you can think of, and it's all secondhand. So whenever I go in, honestly, I could look at the pieces places for hours. So I'm gonna get to pick something out that I can style. So that is super exciting, and Kitsilano is definitely one of my favorite areas in Vancouver. I don't know if I'm gonna be too hot in a t-shirt, but I just did my makeup very light and glowy. I'm actually wearing this new lip gloss I just received from Rare Beauty. It is this lip gloss in the color Glimmer, and I think this might be my new favorite lip gloss. It is so pretty. And then my favorite perfume recently, I cannot get over how good this smells, but it is by Lancome, and it is their Idol Power Perfume. It smells like roses and honestly just entering like a flower garden, but still very sophisticated. I'm just wearing this little skirt from Lovers and Friends. It's actually shorts, but yeah, just looks like this. I think I'm gonna wear my black Pollen bag. Also, I forgot to show you guys a closer look at my nails, but this is what I ended up getting on my nails the other day at the salon. French tip polka dots, and I thought they were so cute, especially as I was really inspired for fall and getting something with brown. We are just a few days out from September, and I remember in my last vlog I was just chatting about how I always get this itch around the end of August where I just want to do this big reset and just feel like I'm starting fresh starting September. I think that's engraved in me because of school. I always associated fresh beginning starting September. So now in my 20s I try to treat it almost like a second New Year's and just really checking in with myself. I'm really excited to do the reset part of this video, which I think I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm definitely feeling a fresh start even with my nails and my hair, writing down, reviewing some of the goals that I set for myself at the beginning of this year. But we're gonna get into all of that a little bit later. First thing I want to show you is what I ended up picking up at mine and yours, and the pieces that I picked are absolutely stunning. So I ended up getting 2 bags, and this is the first one. You may have just seen it, but it is this Miu Miu black tote bag. It is so gorgeous. I think I'm gonna wear this today with my outfit, but I love it, and I just love the strap on this. I feel like it is so fall. Honestly, a piece that you can really wear all year round, but I feel like this black leather is perfect for fall and winter. I absolutely fell in love with this when I saw it, and again, these aren't pieces that I'm keeping but just styling. But it is this navy blue Chanel mini bag. Navy blue is one of my favorite colors for the fall season. I'm really excited to style it. I'll probably end up styling it this week because the weather has cooled down a little bit. It honestly feels so refreshing outside. I do have an itch. Like, I have that itch where I'm so excited for the gloomier days, even some rain. I thought today would be the perfect opportunity to go get my first pumpkin spice latte of the season. The pumpkin spice lattes just came out at Starbucks yesterday. I'm honestly not a huge Starbucks drinker, but when it comes to fall, so we're gonna go do that. And then I'm also wanting to go check out Winners and maybe a few other stores and do some fall shopping today. So yeah, we're first going to take out my heatless curls, which I did earlier. Ever since I learned how to do this, I hardly ever choose to put heat on my hair because it honestly curls my hair better than I would even with a curling iron. So I do this all the time. Okay, I think this is working out. I didn't leave it in for as long as I normally do, so they might be a little bit more wavy. It usually takes a little bit, but it does end up falling. I feel like it's a little bit crazy right now. But yeah, I'm also wanting to do a reset of my space as well. So maybe a couple of candles, some things to get me excited for fall baking. I'll bring you guys along for the full journey. And first, of course, stopping for some coffee. This is just as good as I remember it. I got the Grande Iced Pumpkin Cream Chai. I actually made a homemade pumpkin spice syrup at home. Tried it for the first time this morning, and I actually made a video of the recipe, so that's on my TikTok and my Instagram. But it is delicious. This is definitely so much sweeter, but I feel like it gives me the same kind of a pumpkin spice effect. But yeah, it definitely makes me so excited every time I get to make an iced coffee in the morning. So yeah, I'm going to head over to the shops now. Hello you guys, so it is actually Sunday today. It is the last day of August, which honestly, it being a Sunday, September 1st being on a Monday, and just having a Sunday reset today has felt so bittersweet. I feel like it's officially the turning point. It really does feel like the last weekend of summer. And yeah, I feel like I've just been digesting that all morning. This morning I actually sat down and decided to set some goals for September. I do actually like to do this every month, but this month does feel a little bit more special. Obviously, we're starting the new season, and I did want to challenge myself a little bit more just because we are heading into the last few months months of the year, which again sounds so crazy to say. I do want to have an amazing next few months, keep myself accountable, and just be very specific with what I'm focused on. So yeah, I'll share those goals with you in a little bit, but I first wanted to give you a little haul. You guys saw I've been doing a little bit of fall shopping, nothing too crazy, but I do have to share some things that I got because I'm obsessed. The first store that I need to touch on, because I have been shopping here and getting honestly some of the best workout apparel I own from Old Navy, which was such a surprise, and I was so shocked by the quality of it. If you haven't checked out Old Navy's activewear, you have to go and try it. I'm actually wearing one of the tank tops that I purchased, and I also do own this in a bright pink color. I actually have a similar tank top from Lululemon, and these literally feel identical to them, so I decided to pick up a black one for fall and then also a white one because I know I'm going to be wearing these so much. One of my goals is to really focus on my workout routine and just getting into a season of really being focused on my health and fitness, so it just excites me and motivates me whenever I get new pieces, as silly as that sounds. The next thing I found while I was in store was this maroon fleece. This is so cute. It looks just like this one that's on Free People. I can picture myself this fall going on my morning walk and wearing this, holding a coffee. The next thing I got was these black leggings. These are actually my favorite leggings from Old Navy. Ever since I discovered them, I think I've picked up like maybe 5 pairs. Again, the quality is insane. They also have these little side pockets, which I love because when I go on my walks, I can put my phone in my pocket, and they are so affordable, especially for this quality. This is what they're called if you want to screenshot this and try them on. Literally one of my favorite pair of leggings I've ever owned, and I own workout apparel from so many places, including a lot of high-end brands. We really want to get into our next step, which is a closet reset. I try to do a closet reset at the beginning of each season just because it helps me kind of rediscover clothes in my closet, especially because I haven't worn a lot of my sweaters, coats, even honestly jeans in probably 4 months. I did do a bigger decluttering at the beginning of summer, but again, I feel like then I was more focused on my summer pieces, so this time I'm going to be more focused on my fall and winter pieces. I love any sort of decluttering. I feel like it can just completely change the energy of how you look at your clothes and closet, and you're just kind of getting rid of that energy that no longer aligns with you. And I truly do think that clothes have an effect of doing that, and I love the feeling of just going into my closet, and when I look around or I'm picking out an outfit for the day, the clothes in my closet are actually pieces that I wear and that I feel excited to style, instead of just having things that are no longer needing to be there. So that is what we're going to get up to. Honestly, my closet is looking a little bit disastrous, but there's definitely nothing that's organized anymore. So this is what my closet looks like as I enter. Things just are folded and kind of organized into different categories, but I feel like it can definitely look tidier. So this is obviously the row that I really want to focus on because I'm going to be wearing all of these tops in the next few months, and then obviously my pants. I want to take a second look because I know that I have not, because honestly, like this bottom row of jeans I have completely forgotten of, and then this bottom row is all tank tops, t-shirts, all of that fun stuff. So I definitely feel like my closet needs a bit of a refresh. I'm going to put on a fall playlist while I do this because it really helps me with overall just like romanticizing the process. This is something that I always do, but I'm gonna play a fall playlist while I do the declutter. I always like to play whatever playlist fits the mood or the vibe of the season that I'm going into whenever I'm doing a closet clean out. Honestly, anything to romanticize this or make it go by easier. So I'm gonna quickly find one on my laptop, and then we're gonna go into the process of decluttering my wardrobe. And then we're gonna head in, and then we're gonna head into the process of decluttering my closet. guys, so it is actually a brand new day. I'm just headed out for a birthday lunch slash dinner. It's 4 o'clock, so I feel like it's more of a dinner, but I'm going out for one of my best friends, Pamela. But I do have a couple of minutes, so I thought I would just sit down, and now would be the perfect time to kind of share a couple of things that I'm doing this month to really ring in the new season and just get overall excited about it. Which, something about me, I will make any excuse to make a Pinterest board. So that is something that I've been probably doing since mid-July. Yeah, I've just been adding to it, and honestly, it is something that really fills my cup. Just thinking about, you know, what do I want to wear this upcoming season? What do I already have in my closet? Is there any staples that I'm missing? And also the most fun part is just thinking about almost like a little bucket list. So what are the activities that I want to check off my bucket list this month? And I feel like that's such a fun one when it comes to fall and winter, because there are so many festive activities that only happen in the fall and in the holiday season. So I feel like it's so important to think about those things ahead of time so you can message a friend and just make sure you actually get to experience them. For me, for sure, every single year is going to the pumpkin patch at least once. I know this year I also really want to go apple picking. I definitely want to check out some wineries because I know that they're really beautiful in the autumn as well. Last year I did pumpkin painting night with a couple of friends. So I feel like even just those types of things, rather than just meeting up with a friend and hanging out as regular, you can include one of those fall activities in your hangout. And I feel like it just makes it so much more memorable. And that way you're actually making sure to do those activities. And again, I feel like it's just really romanticizing the season, which I really do try to do for every single season. I have already been saving so many recipes on Pinterest, on Instagram, on TikTok, just everywhere that I see a recipe that involves pumpkin, cinnamon, and just like all the delicious fall desserts. I'm obsessed with both cooking and baking. There's just so many things that I want to make this fall. Definitely that's a huge goal of mine, is when I go over to family's houses or meet up with a friend, that is always something that I can bring with me. So yeah, honestly, the food category just makes me so excited. And then obviously activities, planning out my weekends. I also really learned that with summer, is that if you're not really, I guess, intentionally planning out your weekends to kind of get at least a few of those activities in, it can just pass by so quickly. And it's also so fun because when you have stuff in your calendar, it just makes you overall so excited. So that is something that I really wanted to talk about in this video because I feel like it's such an important part of my seasonal reset, and I try to do it for every single season. If you guys are stuck on ideas, I also have a lot of Pinterest boards, so you can follow me on Pinterest and you can get some ideas from there. And then I do try to plan my week every single Sunday. So when I'm doing my Sunday reset, I do try my best to also check in with my goals. So for example, one of my big goals for September is definitely focusing in on my health and fitness, because honestly, summertime, I feel like I worked out a handful of times, which is totally okay. But I also think that's because I was just doing so many activities that involved a lot of walking. So I would go and explore an area and just try to get tons of steps in while exploring, which I definitely want to continue doing in the fall, is spending as much time outside as I can, because the winters in Vancouver can be a little bit rough and I don't spend too much time outside. So I know that this is kind of the last season for a bit where I can still spend tons of time outside. Those are just kind of a few categories of different things that I like to focus on. I just have made a list of all of these things. On a Sunday, I'll look over at my goals and just the intentions that I have for the season, and I'll try to get at least a few things in, whether it be making a plan with a friend, so that checks off a fall activity, booking in all of my workout classes, making sure that my work goals are checked off, and yeah, just being really intentional about each week that comes my way. And yeah, I'm just so excited for the next few weeks. I'm definitely going to be posting lots of fall content. Honestly, as soon as it became September, I got so excited, and I feel like I've already been posting quite a bit of fall content, because I know that fall technically doesn't start until September 21st, but in my head, as soon as it's September, I am just like all in for fall. I think September is the perfect month to do this sort of reset, because I feel like October things get a little bit busy. In Canada, we have Thanksgiving, and then we also have Halloween, obviously, and then December is always such a busy month for me. So September kind of feels like that month where you can really reel things back, take a look at your current habits, things that you want to improve, how you have been feeling, clutter your life in any way, to really feel like you're going into the next few months with a fresh start. I did take a look at the goals that I previously wrote at the beginning of 2025, and of course goals can change throughout the year, but it was so interesting to look at. I feel like it's kind of a trend right now. I actually heard of this on TikTok, and it's basically called, I think it's like the Great Lock-In of 2025, and when I saw that, I found it so funny because that is definitely the current wavelength that I'm on. I just really want to focus over the next few months and also just challenge myself. So yeah, I feel like everyone's sort of feeling that way, and I hope that if you're feeling that way, that this video could have helped you out in any way. I hope that this video just helped you get excited for fall and also really reset and realign yourself with the way that you want to end off the rest of 2025, because I promise you, if you really focus in, if you enter your kind of lock-in phase, you can have such amazing results in just a couple of months. And also it just helps you get into routine after a long summer and just feel your best, which is the most important thing. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video off here. thank you guys so much all for watching. I'll definitely be filming tons of fall videos over the next few weeks. My morning routine is something that I'm obsessed with and I want to share it with you guys. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys back with my next video.